that.
No, but this genuinely got me interested in just the entire culture and rap music in general. This was one of the best, from like a third-person thing, one of the best marketing events that could happen for rap music in general, because it's got so many people, a lot of people who have like never talked about rap before, never had any interest, and it's been this beef that has been such a big event that people cannot help but focus on it,
Yeah, because I mean, like the Kendrick tracks alone, I think like the Meet the Grahams track, I think I saw got like 12 million views in the first day or something. It's like, it's become like the most streamed or played rap song of this year already. And it's the most fucking, like, it's not something you should be listening to.
I remember, I think that was the first track I actually listened to for this beef, because I was like, what the fuck are people talking about? So I listened to Meet the Grahams, and having absolutely zero context for what was going on, and then hearing Kendrick be like, yo, I assumed it was like Drake's son or something like that.
Adonis,
Yeah, I was like, yo, sorry that your grandfather didn't use a condom. I was like,
directly addressing Drake, he poses the song as like him writing letters to each member of his family. So he starts off with Drake's son Adonis, who, by the way, was originally hidden from the public until another rapper, Pusha T, actually exposed that. So now with the second track of him...
Kid Adonis?
Adonis, yeah. I'm like, okay, that's a name. But like, yeah, so he basically like opens...
Call your kid Zeus.
Yeah. But like, he basically opens up, like, saying like, speaking to like Adonis and being like, oh, your father is a terrible father figure, let me be a father figure for you since your daddy wasn't around, and like telling all this horrible stuff to his son. And then he goes after like Drake's parents. And then just being like, talking to his dad, being like, your son is a fucking manipulator, and like, I'm blaming you for his gambling addictions. And I'm just like, bro, this is devious. This
is beyond devious.
This is devilish.
This is
it's absolutely devilish. It's not even
sound like a fucking Disney villain.
No, it's just evil. It's just really, really mean stuff.
It's a little bit mean.
It's mega mean.
It's a little.
It doesn't matter, because the internet decided that he's won.
So yeah, from what I'm seeing right now, I'd say maybe about 80-90% of the people who are actually interested in this beef are saying like, yeah, I think Kendrick won.
Yeah,
which I agree with.
I think it's interesting from like the reason I got invested into this whole beef was just it was like the music and also just the way that they almost played the PR game. Like I do think, for my worthless opinion on rap, Kendrick's songs, Kendrick's songs sounded better to me. That doesn't mean anything.
I much prefer Kendrick over Drake.
Music maybe beeps and boops, and to me, rap is like ahs and ums. I was like, this. Most of the time, this means nothing to me. But for once, this is the first time I actually sat down and I was like,
you listen to the lyrics.
All right, Gant, focus in for a second. Lock in, Gant. Lock in.
I saw like videos from like teachers that were like, yeah, it's what kids are talking about.
Yeah, there's like videos from like
kids
university scholars.
Kids are like fighting based on like who their allegiance lies with.
Yeah.
If you're like a Drake kid, you're being bullied right now, which also Drake kid sounds terrible.
A Drake fan, you mean?
Yeah.
So right now, Drake fans, there's a lot of memes going around, and the memes have been great of like, just Drake fans just huffing copious amounts of copium.
Yeah.
And all the people just being like, J. Cole is like sitting in a field of flowers right now.
and the third reason I've been invested is just because the memes are fucking fire, man.
Oh, there's so many good memes coming out of this.
So good.
I mean, whenever there's a good cultural event, dude, memes are ensure. I like the submarine. The memes are good on that, even though that was terrible. But the memes, there were a lot of memes.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone's like all talking about something.
I mean, this is terrible as well if you think about it. If any of like the allegations from either side if any of them come out to actually be true, like that is pretty like career ending for either one.
I mean, it's more than career ending. This is one of the allegations is just a crime. You know?
Oh yeah,
you'd be surprised how in the entertainment industry how much people get away with.
Well,
still have careers.
Yeah,
that's we know very well. This is
especially the music industry.
Yeah, music industry. My God.
Yeah. But it's been such a delight just to see fucking this after all of the years of like fucking fake YouTuber beefs and ukulele apology videos, and you just realize
finally some good food.
You finally realize, this is what real beef looks like. This is what happens when two people actually fucking hate each other.
I'm just happy that Kendrick is actually finally releasing new music. Honestly, as a fan, because he hasn't released stuff since like 2020, I think.
Normally there's no YouTubers. They kind of almost benefit from drama, but you'd think with when you have an established music career, there's kind of no real benefit.
Well, I disagree. I think there's benefit to beef because
not beef like this.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Not for Drake.
Yeah, it depends if you come out as the winner or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Even then, if you. Even Kendrick, you'll now have these people who think that you are all these horrible things.
Yeah.
He's accused, right? And I think that normally the reason why we don't see this kind of beef or drama, really only we see it in rap, is because people are like, I like money, I like having a career, I'm just not gonna. I'd rather just keep working.
But it's just interesting because I just think the way Kendrick played this, whether it was intentional or not, music aside, was just fucking perfect.
This dude was playing 5D chess.
He was.
I think I heard some of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, cool.
No, it was great.
I have no idea. I genuinely wish I could get into it, but I'm like, okay.
No, because the way he escalated the narrative to be he always put the ball in Drake's court and didn't allow him time to respond. So I remember he released the track Euphoria, which I think was the first time that was his first response. Yeah, that was the first time I heard people talking about it. I was like, I don't know, this is some rap shit. I don't know. Yeah. And then the second time I heard about it was Meet the Grahams. I didn't even know that Drake had released a track prior to that.
Because he released it 30 minutes after it came out, so it completely smothered his response.
Yeah, so he clearly just prepared a song, knowing that, I don't know if he prepared one song or multiple songs, knowing that Drake was going to make a response about family and shit like that, and he was like, all right, fucking play the L music. Play the fucking L music.
I mean, there's something satisfying about watching someone just be destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And outplayed. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. You're like, damn. He knew.
And then just seeing the way that played out and seeing him control the narrative, and then after that just fucking kicking a man while he's down with the second track before Drake even responds. And then afterward Drake trying his best to pull a fucking Joseph Joestar and be like, haha, I expected you to call me a pedo, and everyone was like, Drake, I don't think that's the argument you think it is.
No, that's not the play you want to do.
Drake, the biggest L that Drake took, in my opinion, was after the whole accusation of him hiding a secret child came out about it. He posted an Instagram story which was like, Lamau, if you can find me the secret daughter, then I'd love to know where it is, but because there isn't one. And then people were like, but you're not going to say anything about the sexual allegations, the PDF file allegations? Nothing about that? All right, man. That's a little yikes.
Yeah. Why would him even having a kid matter? He makes music.
Well, I think it's just because. I think it's just because people are he's a deadbeat dad, you know.
Yeah.
This man is 37, going around he's still in his early 20s, having.
You think what the concern is that he doesn't want to be seen he's just not there for the kid at all, or?
Well, he wasn't for his first kid until Pusha T literally forced him to make Adonis go public.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're a kid, you should be fucking out for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like he has no excuse.
And that's why the Kendrick track just bit even harder, because in the part where he's talking to Adonis, he's just be proud of who you are, be proud to be black, be proud to be the person that you are because, you know, your dad didn't do that for you. And I'm just like, oh, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I watched a video of like Andre 3000 just in a laundromat, just
Oh, yeah, I love
playing
that interview.
the flute,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Gonna hang out with my boy."
He released this like really weird
flute,
45-minute ambient flute album, and I'm just like, all right, Andre, I respect
Yeah,
you.
he's literally like, this is like the two sides of rap.
Yeah,
You can have beef or you can just chill. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like he's just living his best life.
Well, that's what J. Cole decided. I think that's why J. Cole decided to apologize, right? Because he was probably like, this is going to get ugly. I'm dipping out.
J. Cole
Some
watched
good level of
Vinland
falsehood.
Saga 2 and he's like, actually, I have no
I have no enemies.
I have no
See ya.
enemies.
There's kind of like anti-rap. You're like, actually, sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
bit
but
of-
that's why people were clowning on him at first, right? But now everyone is like, we have to apologize to J. Cole for clowning on him because that was the biggest brain move ever. That man saved his career so hard by not getting involved in this.
Yeah, he saw the future and he was like, I'm going to take the right path.
Yeah.
I'm going to save my own career.
Yeah, so that's where we're currently at right now. People are saying that it might be over because of Drake's response. But
Well, there's nothing Drake can do. The only thing that I see happening is Kendrick just continues. Just
Release the whole album.
at this point, he could.
And people would eat it up.
He's already released 4 tracks.
That's a lot of
So
tracks.
it's enough for an EP already.
Wait, so like, why does it take them so long to normalize? There's no inspiration to make me finally.
Bro, being a creator,
finally
man.
some inspiration.
Yeah.
To be fair, there is no greater power than being a hater.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Well, did you see that tweet of like? So there's some guy like critiqued some animation, and then someone quote retweeted being like, the worst thing that ever happened to the animation industry is all these motherfuckers like talking about production of animation and critiquing it, and then the guy replies being like, I actually learned animation to become a hater.
Oh, I saw that tweet. Fucking
And then
top 10 coldest
he gave like examples of his animation. He's like, I literally learned to animate to critique, and it literally had like the fucking what's the flash, you know, that video, the reverse flash.
Yeah.
Had such strong hater energy, and I you gotta respect it whenever someone is a hater. It just learns a feel to hate.
Top 10 coldest tweets of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when that fucking. Did you see the AI artist with the One Piece animator?
Yeah.
That was funny too. This some guy was making AI art or something, and then some guy replied, was like, this was like shit, and he's like, well. He's like something like, you couldn't draw this, and then he literally like replied with him a screenshot of the credits of One Piece, being like,
I literally want to.
I can draw this, and I have.
That was one of the biggest ratios.
It was so cold.
Yeah.
Actual so cold.
Yeah. Here we go.
See, this is like the good ratio where
Yeah, so like, this guy goes, he goes, I just watched an episode of One Piece and wanted to represent what's going on here with AI-generated image for the enjoyment of my fans. So
fans.
Yeah, and then the guy replies, learn how to color properly or learn how to draw to begin with. Not even in your dreams would you be able to make an illustration like this. I can do better, I can animate it because I've been animating for One Piece, you idiot.
That's a round of applause for that one.
It's perfect. The
Biggest
layout.
slam dunk.
It's like he like threw it up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just comes in with the assist.
So good. It's like you can. There's so many ways you could retort to a guy critiquing you. And why you in for the you couldn't do better? It's so good. Oh god, I love that.
Man.
I anytime anyone gets a dunk like that or a hater that goes hard, I'm like, all right. It's powerful. It's a powerful energy. To be honest.
One out of 1,000 tweets actually having the right dunk instead of just being like engagement bait tweets.
True.
Because like, have you seen I don't know if it's like a trend or like the recent thing where it's just random tech bros being like, Marcus Brownlee shouldn't be critiquing.
Oh, I've seen that.
Actually, I've realized what's going on, and I've noticed this more and more.
Yeah.
People have been setting up like quote retweet dunk tweets way more because if your tweet gets viewed, you get money.
Yeah.
So I've seen people that are like setting up clear the most obvious bait, and just waiting to get quote retweeted because they know that the quote retweet will do well.
Yeah.
So Twitter's actually unusable now.
That's why there's so many of those like look between L and H on your keyboard, which is the worst fucking trend ever. Please stop doing that.
That lasted a day, so
Yeah.
I'm
No,
glad.
I still see it to this day.
I saw like a tweet that was like, hey, it was like, can we all agree that the chocolate at the bottom of the cornetto is crap? And it was the most obvious bait I'd ever seen in my life. And then the quote retweet was like, not even a psychopath would say this.
Yeah.
And it had like 100,000 likes.
Yeah.
I'm like that shit adds up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, obviously it's not like you can live off it money, but
Yeah.
you know, if you're
Good
like a
pocket change.
15-year-old
Yeah.
kid who wanted to farm change,
Yeah.
it's not a bad way to get a couple of $100.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But that's why like most of like Twitter dunks or quote retweets or whatever is it's like actually just unusable.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a second thing with like the whole Marcus Brownlee situation where
I feel like that's a lot of people there are setting up because they know they're gonna get dunked on.
but like it's kind of the same as like the whole crypto thing, which is why like
I mean, crypto bros are mentally.
Which everyone who I've seen
not good.
criticize, or every tweet I've seen criticizing Marcus Brownlee, which if you don't know the backstory, Marcus made a review on this new piece of tech that had just got released that had, I guess, a fuck ton of venture capital
There was
funds.
two. There was like the rabbit, and then there was the pin.
Yeah.
The what is it called? The
camera or something.
Yeah. Both like AI powered. Both,
Garbage.
Yeah,
Garbage.
both AI powered assistants or something along those lines. And he basically called it shit. Barely, I think the first
barely reviewable.
barely reviewable, and I think the other one was the worst product I've ever reviewed.
You have to be doing something colossally wrong for
Yeah.
Marcus to say that it's
Exactly.
unreviewed. Because I mean, the guy's very generous, I'd say.
Yeah, and there was a tweet that went viral saying that his reviews were unethical.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, his reviews are unethical, and then you go on his profile, and it's like, oh, I feel like you always get the sense that anyone criticizing and calling and trying to call this unethical or some like mask this with some other broader issue, that you're just like, what do you got money in? What are you investing in?
Always the fucking blue check mark.
Yeah.
Always got.
I saw another tweet of this that was like somebody who took Marcus's very first video. Did you see
Oh
this one?
yes, I did see this one.
And they tweeted out being like, would you pay for this if this was the first iteration? Sometimes it just takes a couple of tries to get it perfect. Someone was like, well you see there, that's a free YouTube video of a creator who
You don't pay for it.
you don't pay for, and that was like 15 years ago and wasn't funded by venture capital and wasn't asking people for money. And you're dumb. But even then, that felt like that take felt so brain dead that the only logical explanation of why you would make that tweet is if you wanted to farm engagements. There's no way. Like, there's no way. But I feel like the internet now has become unusable because you're like, I don't even know finding anything genuine is impossible. It's so hard.
Yeah, I think especially engagement bait on Twitter is obviously rampant. I mean, we're not even immune to it. I swear to God, every time we discuss anime in some way, shape, or form, there's always one clip that just blows up on Twitter or something, or something along those lines.
Yeah, dude. Oh my lord, yeah.
Because we're just so full of hot takes, aren't we?
and so
But they always cut it in like the most, the most harsh, not harshest, the most what's the word? Like they interpret it in it's very specific way a lot of the time to farm engagement as well. It's like they'll leave out all the context or anything else important.
Well, I also think some of these takes are like the most lukewarm takes compared to some of the anime takes.
Yeah, I got flack for saying yours was boring.
Yeah, I was like, is that a hot take? I mean, man doesn't like Spy Family. I'm like, okay, like I like Spy Family, but I feel like it was, to me it's like comfort. To me.
What the fuck is that? That's from 2 years ago. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I hope they changed their mind.
Okay, like the Attack on Titan episode. I understand that.
No, that's funny. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I understand that. That is a hot take.
I actually like, I don't mind Twitter. People here's the thing. I like that people post trash taste clips to Twitter and discuss it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be talked about than not talked about.
Sure.
That is our job.
Yeah.
If no one cares about the dog shit anime takes we say, then I think we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I can't wait for someone to call us unethical.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, dude. They're using their platform irresponsibly.
Joey reviewing Sword Art Online. Yeah. He's going to get sued. This is unethical.
Would you pay for this?
How dare you ruin a small animation studio? Oh my god. The thing that's most frustrating about that one was that like even the author was like, I don't know what the fuck to do with you. Until literally season 2, he's like, I guess I'll write something. That's the thing I hate when people are like, yeah, but she got character development like season 2 or 3, and it's like, okay, yes, so he realized like 4 years into writing the show, maybe he should write the other character. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?